Hello everybody and welcome to the Sonoma Raceway for the NASCAR Xfinity Series Zip Buy Now Pay Later 250 for finish out a little back-to-back road course stretch for the Xfinity Series course. Last week out in Portland, Riley ERUPTS got the win after some chaos late in the race, and now it is the all JGR front row. Ty Gibbs and John Hunter Nemechek, two full-time Cup drivers, coming down to do some bushwhacking, leading the field as Gibbs clears for the race lead into turn one here at Sonoma, now through turn two. So far so good. Now the trouble in the back, we got cars spinning around, big crash behind us. That's Parker Retzlaff. The 42 of Leland Honeyman is involved. The 4 of Garrett Smithley has gone around. Brandon Jones, Jeremy Clements, Preston Pardis in the wall back there. More cars slamming into each other in the back of the field, and a big wreck to start this race at Sonoma here into turn one. Parker Retzlaff is involved. Josh Balicki, Garrett Smithley, Jeremy Clements, Preston Pardis, Brandon Jones, among others. Let's see how this thing started. Looks like he started with the 51 here of Jeremy Clements. As they go into turn one, Austin Green sent it 3 wide, turned Jeremy Clements right hard into Kyle Weatherman, who slams the outside wall into the 4 of Smithy, who collects Retzlaff in the back here. It's his guys have nowhere to go and are just trying to slow down and are slamming into each other. And that's what brings out the first caution of the day here in Sonoma. Meanwhile, back at the front of the field, it is Ty Gibbs leading over John Hunter Nemechek and AJ Allmendinger to go through the hairpin now, skipping forwards in time to the end of the lap. Everyone has kept it orderly as Ty Gibbs will lead the opening lap of racing here at Sonoma after a big pile up in turn one. Now we get back underway later on lap 11. Split strategy for the field. A lot of guys coming in to pit before this restart to stay out on the next one. So a lot of cars coming in, including guys like Custer, Austin Hill, and that will hand the lead over to, well, keep Ty Gibbs in the lead with SVG in second, as Jesse Love is actually DNF'd from the race from a separate incident. So it's unfortunate for the 2 of Jesse Love, but he is out here at Sonoma, the rookie, and will not get a good run. That'll definitely hurt his playoff hopes. As we're green and back underway here in Sonoma on lap number 12. Ty Gibbs leading, of course, the Shane Van Gisbergen SVG there in second behind him. We know he'll be a contender. Trouble again. There's a 32 of Austin Green. Turned hard into the concrete barrier going into turn 2 by Anthony Alfredo, and a hard hit. Austin Green gets flattened by that tire barrier at the end of that wall, and he is done for the day at Jordan Anderson Chevrolet. And more problems. Parker Kligerman has gone around, one of the favorites for the race today. Justin Allgaier comes in and spins Parker Kligerman off in the dirt, but the 48 is okay, no damage sustained. He just loses his track position. He should be fine and able to continue on racing. And now Nemechek going off course back here as he's getting run losing a ton of position as well. Now he gets out of the way. Now he's in the dirt for John Hunter Nemechek. A horrible corner there for him, who's lost all his track position. So he's back there with Alfredo back at the front. Gibbs continuing to lead over SVG. The battle for third right now is Jeremy Clements versus Matt DiBenedetto. A couple guys you don't expect to be running up here at the front of road courses yet. Here we are, is now finishing up this lap. It's Gibbs in control, SVG in second. The 07 of Alex LeBay in front of them, going to stay on the lead lap as Ty Gibbs leads the way early in stage 1 over SVG. Now back underway after more pit strategy on lap 15 after that last caution. Allgaier is pitting as we speak. It is now the 14 of Brad Perez leading the field here at Sonoma off of an interesting strategy call. Ryan Sieg is second behind him, then Brandon Jones third, Preston Pardis fourth, and then Austin Hill, one of the top contenders back there, fifth. Ty Gibbs, AJ Allmendinger way back in the field with Shane Van Gisbergen and Nemechek after pitting. They have a lot of traffic to drive their way through to get back to the front as Kligerman tries to work his way by Haley Deegan right there, which he will, but at the front, how about Brad Perez leading here at Sonoma in the NASCAR Xfinity Series in Stage 1. Now he's continuing to lead 3 laps later, lap 18. Perez still leading, but here comes the 48 of Parker Kligerman. He is driven all the way up to second and is now trying to find his way by the 14 of Perez for the lead. We know Kligerman's so strong on these road courses and definitely hungry for a win. Remember, his only career win was last season to Charlotte Roval in the playoffs when he was ineligible. He didn't make his way in the playoffs last season. I was trying to get in the playoffs with the win here at Sonoma. On the outside lane of Perez for the lead. Here comes Parker Kligerman on the end, now on the inside of Perez to take the lead away through the final corner, and he will as Kligerman to the lead at Sonoma passes Brad Perez for the lead. And now a caution has come out as now both Smith boys, Chandler and Sammy, have crashed out of the race here on lap 21. After further strategy, Sam Mayer has now cycled out to the lead, finally catching a good break here to get some luck, get some points to help his cause out to try to make the playoffs. Cole Custer is second. Preston Pardus, Ryan Ellis, and SVG the rest of the top 5, as we will resume racing here with just 2 to go in stage 1. We are back underway in Sonoma. Sam Mayer leads Cole Custer. Which one of these 2 drivers most likely will get the stage win? Or SVG being aggressive back there. SVG already going for 4th on the inside of Ryan Ellis here. Can't quite do it. Mayer blocks Custer, and everyone makes it through turn 1 safely. And we have a clean race going on here. And continue on here for the end of this stage here. SVG being double blocked right now by Ryan Ellis and Preston Pardus, both trying to get some good points here at the end of the stage. The 50 needs it for those owner point standings, and Ryan Ellis needs it to try to get something going his way in the point standings. He's a ways down, but Sam Mayer is comfortably right now in the lead over Cole Custer. Now on the next lap, last lap of stage, SVG trying to find his way by Preston Pardus for 3rd here. And here he comes, Shane Van Gisbergen on the inside of Preston Pardus for 3rd. And guess what? He's going to take his teammate, the 16 of AJ Allmendinger, with him through the S's. SVG into 3rd, Allmendinger into 4th. A beautiful 2-for-1 special there by Colleague Racing, getting their 2 best road course ringers up in 3rd and 4th here at the end of the stage, get them each an extra point. But I don't think anyone's going to stop Sam Mayer as he's coming around to turn 11, the hairpin, for the final time in stage 1 here at Sonoma to get his 2nd stage win of the season, as he wraps the hairpin beautifully, holds off Cole Custer, and back to the start-finish line with some neat strategy. Sam Mayer wins stage 1 at Sonoma. Cole Custer is 2nd. SVG is 3rd. Allmendinger is 4th. And then Preston Pardus barely edges out Ryan Ellis for 5th. Then Josh Williams, Sage Karam, Ty Gibbs, and Jeb Burton the top 10, as it is Sam Mayer, your stage 1 winner here in Sonoma. Now back underway here in stage 2, lap 25. Parker Kligerman and Matty D come down pit road with Sheldon Creed. So more strategy being played here at Sonoma, and guess who has gotten back to the lead? The 14 of Brad Perez has retaken the lead once again on some strategy here. Parker Retzloff behind him in 2nd, and Austin Hill, who has been very strong all race long, in 3rd. Boris Said, who I haven't heard his name today yet, he's all up to 4th now, having a very solid run in his only start of the season. And Brandon Jones behind him in 5th. As we are back underway here at Sonoma, Brad Perez leads Parker Retzloff. They're already trying to make a move. Austin Hill sending it in there, gets blocked by Parker Retzloff. How about Boris Said, 3 wide on the outside lane? What a move, in trouble. Preston Pardus around behind us as Boris Said takes 2nd. The 50 has gone around. That is Pardus. He has been turned up the hill here, no caution, as he's out of harm's way, but the 50 Pardus gets turned by SVG, not going to have to deal with passing him again. SVG dumps Preston Pardus here in the early portion of the course here at Sonoma. Not the best move on SVG's part there, but gets rid of him, trying to move forward. Now here comes Boris Said. He made that beautiful 3-wide pass and is now taking 2nd place away from Parker Retzloff and giving himself a shot at taking the lead from the 14 of Brad Perez. As here comes Boris Said in that Hendrick Motorsports Chevrolet. This hired him to try to get them a win here on the road course, and he is providing themselves with the team of the shot here. As Boris Said into 2nd as he clears Retzloff and sets his sights on chasing down race leader Brad Perez in the 14 for the Rayón Brothers Racing, or rather SS Greenlight Racing, my correction there. In the back here, Allmendinger trying to work the outside of Cole Custer. He's going to make that pass. The 16 of Allmendinger, followed by the 19 of Gibbs, trying to work their way back to the front with SVG behind them. They are working right now, going around Cole Custer. They're showing their speed now behind Sam Mayer, who's making a move by Leland Honeyman for a spot inside the top 10. Your stage 1 winner, continuing to be very strong, driving his way back up the inside now, getting that track position back. But still at the front is now Nemechek gets around Retzloff. He's into 4th now, but is Brad Perez trying to hold off Boris Said for the race lead. So now as they go to turn 1, Boris Said crosses over Perez to the outside lane. What a move by Boris Said on the outside. Stays there and gets the momentum on exit of the corner, and he will power down into this corner coming up the hill. Boris Said will take the lead for the first time today here in Sonoma. He gets around Brad Perez, and now leads the 21 Austin Hill coming to finish up this lap here in stage number 2. Perez already down to 3rd under fire from Nemechek and Allgaier now. Clearly he doesn't have the speed that he was showing in that clean air at the front, but it looks like Boris Said is going to lead his first lap in years here in the Xfinity Series at Sonoma, as Boris Said leads in stage 2 at Sonoma over Austin Hill. And now we get back underway on lap 32. Now out of the race from a big incident is the 9 of Brandon Jones, the 19 of Ty Gibbs, the 1 of Sam Mayer and the 16 of AJ Allmendinger. Those are 4 of our top contenders for the win today are out from a crash that we missed, and problems. We got a car around off course up there. That's Anthony Alfredo around. But unbelievable turn of events. Your stage 1 winner, Sam Mayer, is out. Ty Gibbs, who led like the first 12 laps of the race, out. Allmendinger is one of the favorites for sure and was charging through the field, is out as well. Now here's on to Anthony Alfredo. He gets turned by the 07 of Alex Labay over the hump there in the dirt. Alfredo goes around, has to merge back on the racetrack, losing all of his track position, and he falls behind as Parker Retzlaff back here goes off course, and he'll drop a couple of spots as well. So let me start. Alfredo gets spun out there after a bunch of the top contenders get taken out of the race. Now Austin Hill has found himself leading the way here at Sonoma over SVG. Of course, has been so strong today. SVG trying to go for a solid points day here, maybe even a win, clinch that playoff spot, put him in there, so he'll be able to contend for a championship come September. But at the front, Austin Hill holds the lead and leads after a wild stage 2 so far here in Sonoma. And now the only continuous Parker Kligerman is upside down in the hairpin. What in the world just happened? As we go, so if you catch it, as Parker Kligerman gets upside down into Ryan Ellis, who's into the wall. So Kligerman's already hit. Looks like he was sent in there by Josh Williams. Massive hit knocks Kligerman on his lid and takes him out of this race. One of the fastest cars on the track, Kligerman was. Led a lot of laps, led a couple of laps early, definitely had some speed to win, but now he's upside down on his lid out of this race as Josh Williams tries to make it back around with a completely blown engine here. Everyone trying to negotiate by. You got Boris Said sending it by. Riley Earp's going to get blocked here, and he's going to actually hit the outside concrete wall right there. Earps will, because Josh Williams, destroyed race car, who finally gets out of the way now. And his day will be done, as will Kligerman's, as Austin Hill leads this race here on lap 46. Gonna be 3 to go in stage 2. Here comes SVG to the inside. Shane Van Gisbergen going for the lead here at Sonoma on the outside of Austin Hill, trying to give himself a stage win on the season and improve his playoff position. He came into this race just 10 points above the cut line, as now he clears Hill and SVG to the point here at Sonoma. He is leading the way, looking to win his way into the playoffs and get his first career Xfinity Series win. How about Sage Karam behind these guys in third, having another strong run on the road course. Boris Said there in fourth, and Sheldon Creed behind him in fifth as we file through here. Everyone seems to be keeping it orderly after all the chaos we've seen so far throughout the race, especially the last one with Kligerman on his lid. Now the race is SVG is flying through the S's of the race lead. Now SVG is on to the last lap of stage 2 here in Sonoma, looking to get a stage win. That'll be 10 more points and a playoff point to his total. Austin Hill second, Boris Said third. These three seem to really be some of the strongest cars in the field today, fighting for this race win. Have been consistently within the top 5, top 10 through most of this race, avoiding any kind of adversity and problems like other drivers. As SVG comes through here to win stage 2, Austin Hill ends up second. Boris Said comes home third. Sheldon Creed narrowly gets fourth there. Actually, he gets beat by Sage Karam, who comes home fourth. Then Creed is fifth. Cole Custer sixth. Blaine Perkins is going to come through now to finish in seventh in stage 2. Ryan Sieg is eighth. John Hunter Nemechek is ninth. And the last stage point goes to Jeb Burton as SVG wins stage 2 here in Sonoma. Now back underway in the final stage of racing now. Of course, more guys pitted, more guys stayed out. Continuous strategy playing a factor in this race has now gotten John Hunter Nemechek into the race lead here for the first time at Sonoma today. Of course, coming down from his Cup Series ride at Legacy Motor Club, try to rekindle some Xfinity success here. Get his first win since Homestead last season that got him all the way to Championship 4 as he leads. Here's V over Jeremy Clements as we're green, and we are back underway here in Sonoma. A brilliant restart from John Hunter Nemechek is easily clear for the lead. Has a gap now and is already driving away behind us. Boris Said, Austin Hill trying to work their way forward through traffic, going by the outside of Deegan. SVG there as well. Your top contenders, but Boris Said had a great pit stop to beat Hill and SVG and now beats them on the track, getting by Deegan first. Now Boris Said is in prime position if he can get past these other cars to go chase down John Hunter Nemechek for this race lead, as he's the first car on the, of course, strategy. The guys that just came down pit road there at the end of the stage. Nemechek is staying out, seeing how long he will go this stage. SVG still trying to chase down the 21 of Hill for position. Got Sage Karam, the 35, doing a great job. He just passed Sheldon Creed for position again, but Haley Deegan right now, an absolute thorn in the side of the Chevrolets back here, holding up a bunch of them. Now here comes Boris Said already now, going by the 31 of Parker Retzloff, putting himself into 4th place. Now looking to get around the 14 of Brad Perez, who once again on the strategy is up here in the top 5 to get by him for 3rd. And he's going to try to get around him here. Clements in 2nd. Nemechek still just driving away with the race lead right now, but Boris decides to stay behind. Perez is now John Hunter Nemechek leads the way here in Sonoma with 25 laps to go. Now we move on here to just 6 laps to go. Nemechek still in the lead, but Boris Said is in 2nd and has been tracking him down, as well as Hill in 3rd and SVG in 4th. But now lap traffic playing a factor. Brendan Poole stacking up Nemechek, and here comes Boris Said, a huge run on the back of Nemechek, trying to take the lead and the win away here, but Nemechek gets the outside of Poole first, is able to block Boris Said in here as they go through the hairpin. Coming to 5 to go this time by, but look how close that 17 has gained. He's gained a ton of time on Nemechek, who now clears Brendan Poole. Boris Said flies by, no problem. Nemechek down the inside of Riley Earps, just 5 to go here at Sonoma. Nemechek has to check up in the middle of the corner to avoid spinning. Big mistake there by John Hunter, and now here comes Boris Said to the inside of Nemechek for the lead. Here comes Boris Said trying to take the lead and the win away from Nemechek. Can't quite do it. Has to fall in behind Nemechek and give himself another shot. But now Nemechek to the outside of Riley Herbst. A brilliant move through that corner. Gets a great exit to the corner. Now splits the middle of the 2 Fords of Herbst and Deegan. And will go through on the inside lane to clear the barrier of lap traffic. And that might be the race. And a brilliant move there. White flag in the air. Final lap presented by Credible Bank here at Sonoma. That move going by Deegan and Earps has basically almost sealed the race for Nemechek. He's got a huge gap over Boris Said and all the Chevrolets behind him, trying to catch up and take this win away. As SVG still trying to find a way by Austin Hill. He looks like he's faster than the 21, but has not been able to pass him for like the past 20 laps. As of course Boris Said now he's got to pass Ryan Sieg. He's got to do it now in this corner if he wants to have an outside shot getting close to Nemechek, but no, he's not going to be able to. And that might just seal the race right there. Boris Said not being able to get close enough to get by the lap car Ryan Sieg. And now John Hunter Nemechek driving away here, going through the S's for the final time here in Sonoma. Going to be his first Xfinity win of the season on a part-time basis. That number 20 car has been on a heater lately. Got the win a couple of weeks ago at Darlington with Eric Almirola, and the 20 getting the victory there. Now it looks like it'll be the 20 car's 2nd victory of the Xfinity Series season, this time with his 2nd different driver. It would be John Hunter Nemechek as he goes through the hairpin for the final time here at Sonoma. A comfortable gap back to part-timer Boris Said, and John Hunter Nemechek comes out of the final corner and wins at Sonoma. His 5th career win. Boris Said comes home for an incredible 2nd place finish. Austin Hill 3rd, SVG 4th, Sheldon Creed rounds out the top 5. So now we watch a 0-0 Cole Custer make his way around to bring home a solid 6th place finish. As Custer has been so incredibly consistent all season long, he'll boost his cushion to that playoff cut line as Custer comes home P6 here at Sonoma. Sage Karam, a great run behind him, comes home 7th. Now we watch the 51 of Jeremy Clements, who has a nice day here. It looks like he's on his way to an 8th place finish as he works his way through the hairpin now for the final time. Jeb Burton behind him as Clements comes through, and probably one of his better finishes of the whole season, as Clements comes home in 8th place here at Sonoma. Behind him, Jeb Burton in 9th. The final spot in the top 10 goes to the 07 of Alex LeBay. And in the end, John Hunter Nemechek dominates the final stage and holds off some tough competition to win the Zip Buy Now, Pay Later 250 at Sonoma and deny any regular season driver clinching a spot in the playoffs. And of course, look at your final race results. Of course, Nemechek, the big win here at Sonoma, keeps JGR's momentum going. Boris Said, an impressive 2nd place finish in his first Xfinity race in well over 2 years. Then Austin Hill comes home in 3rd. SVG, another strong road course finish in 4th. Sheldon Creed runs on the top 5. Good run for Custer in 6th. Sage Karam 7th. Clements, Burton, LeBay, the rest of the top 10. Looking further down the grid, Brad Perez led a couple of laps today. Comes home 15th. Strong effort from him. Then all the way down there, of course, Riley Earps ended up being a lap down, coming home in 22nd. Not the finish he was looking for after winning last week. Then, of course, Allgaier, Kligerman, Allmendinger, Mayer, Gibbs. Probably 5 of the guys who could have contended for the win crash out. Unfortunately, 25th through 29th in the final results. Don't get the finishes they were looking for. Same for Brandon Jones, Chandler Smith, Sammy Smith, Jesse Love. They crash out as well. So Nemechek gets the win. Of course, does not lock himself into the playoffs as he's only running for cup points. So let's go with the Xfinity Series standings. The 6 winners remain the same. Cole Custer continues to have a comfortable gap, now 108 above the playoff cut line. SVG, a big race for him, gets him a 46-point cushion going into Iowa next week. Then Allgaier sits pretty comfortably, and so does Alfredo, each more than 25 above the cut line. Then Jesse Love and Sammy Smith right on that bubble. Love only up by 8. Sammy Smith on the bubble, 5 above Parker Retzloff. Then Jeb Burton out by 10. You got Klickerman down there out by 25. Sam Mayer, Ryan Sieg still a full race out. Got a win to get in. So until next episode at Iowa, I hope you all have a good one.